So once a month on Friday, my Leadership Fellows cohort meets at 8:45 a.m. and we have like a short 15-minute debrief with Brian, our leader, and we have breakfast before the CEO comes in, and he or she will discuss with us for a couple of hours their experiences, and then the afternoon after lunch is a session where we all will have some sort of assignment that we were asked to do over the previous month, and we discuss whatever that assignment may be.
As an example, the very first month, the exercise was to essentially plot out the 10 highest points and the 10 lowest points of your life, and then tell that story chronologically. And from those points, those moments, try and distill for the people in the room what about those challenges or highs you've experienced in life have contributed to the central aspects of what your character is as an individual.
We usually take 10 or so minutes for each person to share what they've been developing, with whichever exercise we're working on. And then there's a chance for the group to provide feedback, and really honest feedback. Do you think that each person is really pushing themselves?
Getting so intimate and so in depth with people's lives, goals, aspirations from day one was a really scary experience, right? But I think one of the things that made it so special and so incredible was there was this intrinsic safety bubble. There was this built-in level of vulnerability that allowed all of us to share who we are at the most intimate details, who we want to be, and some of the things we've thought about on the way to get there in such a way that made me feel not just safe, but protected in that group of people, and hopefully I was able to do the same for them.
Being in the room with everyone, it does feel like such a safe space because one, it's outside of Stern, so it's not directly in the campus where we're taking our classes, it's not in KMC or Tisch, so that's nice to have a physical break. And two, everyone's sharing their stories, so you feel like you're in this together, you're all talking about things that are uncomfortable, and we have a mutual understanding that nothing leaves the room.
This is really one of the only times in your life where you're given the time to sit down and really think and reflect on who you are and why are you the way you are, and why do you do the things you do, why do you like the certain things that you do like. And I think for me, when I was going through that reflection process, that was one part of it, but then being able to come to a group of 12 people that you've gotten to know and share what you think about yourself, and then hear their feedback on, I think you could push yourself a little harder, or that really does sound like you, like that's great reflecting. Having that feedback loop was very helpful.
I'm somebody who is very, very introspective. I do a lot of self-analysis, so a lot of these topics I went into thinking I kind of knew the answers about myself. And what really surprised me was how in tune to me my classmates are.
The best way I can describe the Friday group sessions is like looking in the mirror, but having 11 other people look in that same mirror with you. And so when it comes to things like professional development and figuring out who you are and what you want your brand to be, having 11 people take an intimate look at you as intimately as you're looking at yourself is quite literally a very life-changing experience.